Hello, I'm Newsberger from mm3-1 group. Today I'll be talking about cognitive theory. So there are two purposes in this chapter. First is to review significant theories and second to integrate the diverse ideas. For instance, cognition and intelligence are related but are not the same. Cognition refers to the mental processes of knowing or understanding. Intelligence is ability to know and understand. Although all people have some ability to know or understand both intuitively and rationally, one individual might have a more highly developed linguistic intelligence while another has more highly developed visual intelligence. One would use his or her linguistic intelligence to activate cognitive processes in the brain that allow one to read and to know or learn from reading. Social cognitive theory. While social psychologists agree that the environment in which one grows up contributes to behavior, that individual person and therefore cognition is just as important. People learn by observing others, with the environment, behavior, and cognition all as the chief factors in influencing development in a reciprocal triadic relationship. There are three core concepts: personal, whether the individual has high or low self-efficacy toward the behavior; get the learner to believe in his or her personal abilities to correctly complete a behavior; behavioral, the response an individual receives after they perform a behavior; provide chances for the learner to experience successful learning as a result of performing the behavior correctly; and environmental, aspects of the environment or setting that influence the individual's ability to successfully complete a behavior; make environmental conditions conducive for improved self-efficacy by providing appropriate support and materials. Outcome expectancies. Expectancies are heavily influenced by environment that the observer grows up in. For example, in the case of a student, the instructions provided by the teacher will help the students see what outcome a particular behavior will lead to. It is the study of the teacher to teach a student that when a behavior is successfully learned, the outcomes will be meaningful and worthy for the students. Self-efficacy. Social cognitive theory posits that learning will most likely occur if there is a close identification between the observer and the model, and if the observer also has a good deal of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the belief of an individual about themselves whether they have mastered a particular skill or not. Self-efficacy beliefs function as an important set of proximal determinants of a human motivation, affect, and action which operate on action through motivational, cognitive, and affective intervening processes. Identification: people are more likely to follow behaviors modeled by someone with whom they can identify with. The more commonalities and/or emotional attachments perceived between the observer and the model, the more likely observer will learn and reenact the modeled behavior. Morality: moral competence involves having the ability to perform a moral behavior, whereas moral performance indicates actually following one's ideas of moral behavior in a specific situation. Moral competencies include what an individual is capable of, what an individual knows, what an individual's skills are, individual awareness of moral rules and regulations, individual's cognitive ability to construct behaviors. As far as an individual's development is concerned, moral competence is the group of cognitive sensory processes. Simply by being aware of that is considered right and wrong. By comparison, moral performance is influenced by the possible rewards and incentives to act a certain way. Social cognitive theory remains the same for various cultures, since the concepts of moral behavior did not vary much between cultures, as crimes like murder, theft, and unwarranted violence are illegal in virtually every society. There is not much room for people to have different views on what is morally right or wrong. The main reason that social cognitive theories applies to all nations is because it does not say what is moral and immoral. It simply states that we can acknowledge these two concepts. Our actions in real-life scenarios will be based on whether or not we believe the action to be moral and whether or not the reward for violating our morals is significant enough and nothing else. So that would be it with my theory. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.